Hello everyone, it's your LocalLunatic here, and today I'm fishing in Roblox's new #1 most popular game. It really feels like we get a new #1 game every month, doesn't it? Fish It! The Roblox game best known for making people ask where the hell did this come from, as this game really did just pop up out of nowhere. So what do you do in the game? Take a wild guess. This game is obviously about tax evasion. No, I'm joking, it's about fishing. You take your fishing rod, make your way over to the water, cast, and you just fish. Once you have enough money, you purchase better fishing rods and baits, and that's the whole game. I'm not even joking, that's literally it. There's nothing else to it. This is all you do. You can purchase a boat and sail to different islands, and sometimes there will be bigger fish in the ocean, but you just do the same thing, you just fish. And you don't even need to do that, you just press the auto fish button while you go do something else, like for example, playing a new Metroid game, which is what I did. It's an AFK grinding simulator. 99% of the time, probably even more than that, you're not even playing the game. What's the point? Genuinely, what's the point? Why even bother playing the game? You're not playing it. Sure, you can if you want, but why bother? Why spam click when you can have the game just do it for you? You don't get better fish by manually fishing. Your hand is just gonna get tired. Something I think is a bit interesting is that you can go to any of these islands at any point. There's no level requirement, and the islands don't have better fishing rods than other islands. Actually, only one island sells fishing rods, and that's the starter island. Some of the fishies are harder to catch, but if you spam click enough, or get the game to do it for you, you will get the fish. Also, the fish on the different islands sell for about the same price. In some places the fish are a bit more valuable than others, but not by a whole lot. So there it is, that's the game. What a fun game. You really feel like you're gaming with this one. So that's the weird fishing game that randomly became the most popular game on Roblox. I know it's not rare to see Roblox games skyrocket in player counts, especially not in 2025, almost 2026, with Roblox being as big as it is now, but you usually see at least some growth. Well, if you're unemployed and have no life like me, that is. Just constantly refreshing the front page. For example, Grow a Garden. I feel like I find a way to talk about Grow a Garden in every video. It's just a perfect example, alright? The game started off with a couple thousand players, then a couple 100,000 players, and then 1 million, and then 5 million, and then 10, and then 20. But now Fish It! Fish It just showed up one day with 1 million players. No one having talked about it, no one having made videos about it. It just showed up one day and no one knows where it came from. And now it's the #1 game. It has a bunch of YouTubers making videos on it now, obviously with how popular it is. Most of them just being like, huh? Who? What? Where? What's Fish It? Where did it come from? That really is just what the game is best known for. That and being pretty controversial. Despite only being a couple of weeks since the game came out, it's managed to get quite a lot of controversy. Controversy #1, being paid to win. Again, despite only having existed for a couple of weeks. The game already has more game passes than Pet Simulator. I didn't think that was possible. VIP, double XP, more mutations, small luck. Why would you even buy this one? Extra luck, advanced luck, sell anywhere. Meanwhile, all the peasants have to sail to the nearest merchant, and sometimes they have to sail very far, as the developers couldn't be bothered to put a merchant on every island. The winner of the most pay-to-win game of the year award goes to Fish It! Yay! What inspired you to add all of these game passes?
Money!
Wow, congratulations, you greedy bastards. But hey, you can't have a front page Roblox game in 2025 and not be paid to win, right? Controversy #2, being a copy of Fish. Alright, so there's another really popular Roblox fishing game called Fish. It used to be one of the most popular games last year, averaging around 500,000 players, but has since died. The game never fully died per se. It still had like tens of thousands of players, but still. Now, why did it fall off? Well, it did the thing Fish It is doing right now. Add a whole bunch of pay-to-win game passes. Let's see how well it goes for Fish It. Fish got bought by Big Studios, which if you've been watching my content for a little while now, you'll know is my favorite studio in the whole world, which owns all my favorite games in the whole world. Ooh, love them so much. Big did what Big does best, killing the popular game by flooding it with pay-to-win crap, and then when players get mad and quit, they just leave the game to die forever, like many other games before it. And the same would have happened to Fish if the original developer, Woozy Nate, hadn't bought it back. But he did, and removed the pay-to-win game passes. Well, I say that, but the game still have all of these. Woozy actually managed to revive the game. It currently averages around 100,000 players, and even reaches upwards towards 200 and 300,000 during big updates. While Fish was dead, Fish swooped in and stole a lot of his players. The game isn't really all that better in any way. being just as pay to win as Fish was, and the game is very similar to Fish. I mean, obviously it's a fishing game, and that's kind of why I think Fish It being a copy of Fish argument is a pretty stupid one. I don't really agree with it, as no one owns fishing. You can't patent fishing. If Nintendo were to make a fishing game, they would probably try, but they wouldn't really get all that far with it. They're even struggling to patent the creature catching mechanic, you know, Pokemon, in that whole Pal World versus Pokemon lawsuit. So fishing, yeah, you can't own fishing. Tons of games have fishing. Minecraft has fishing, Stardew Valley has fishing, Hello Kitty Island Adventure has fishing, Sonic Adventure 1 has fishing. I hate the Big Dick has fishing stuff so much. Animal Crossing has fishing. Oh wait, I guess Nintendo did make a game that has fishing. Oh no, they're gonna patent it, guys. No more fishing games, unless it's made by Nintendo, that is. Coming up next in this Nintendo Direct, we have Mario Fishing. Go fishing with Mario and friends, only on Nintendo Switch 2 console for a low price of $100 and $40 DLC with lackluster content that was originally supposed to be in the base game, but we figured we could charge you extra for, as we know our fans and we know they'll buy our stuff regardless of how ridiculously overpriced it is. Don't forget your $50 amiibos. $50 each. Look, we got Swimsuit Daisy. You know, that's actually a genius idea. I just made Nintendo $1 billion right there. They're gonna take the idea. That's gonna sell out. That's gonna fly off the shelves. And if you go with the logic of Fish It being a copy of Fish, that would mean Fish is a copy of Fishing Simulator, as that's another Roblox fishing game that was released 5 years before Fish. I will say though that a lot of the islands in Fish It are very similar to the islands in Fish, so there's a valid argument. A little mini review of Fish. I did play Fish for this video just to compare it. The games are equally boring. I think Fish looks better and feels more polished, but I like Fish It more simply because I don't actually have to sit there and play that one. I think AFK grinding games are stupid, don't get me wrong, but these games are boring as hell. And if I wasn't making this video, I wouldn't play them. But I had to for the video, and with me finding them as boring as I do, I am leaning towards Fish It. Even though Fish is definitely the better game, simply because I didn't have to play it. I really struggle with Fish's fishing mechanic, having to line the bar up with the fish. Sometimes the fish moves really fast, which makes it really difficult. I don't understand how people find these type of games fun. Do people find it relaxing, cozy? I will say that the games have a vibe to them. They do look beautiful, Fish especially. I don't get why people don't just go fishing in real life if they like fishing so much. It's not like these games are more fun or engaging. It's just as boring, if not more. Controversy number 3. Botting. Alright, here's the big one. So there have been a lot of accusations of Roblox games botting this year. And can you really blame people for thinking that? There have been multiple games that have had over 10 million concurrent players. I think it's pretty natural to question whether or not those players are legit or not. All of these games like Grow a Garden, Steal a Brain Rot, and Night Night Nights have had legit players. There have been some bots of course, but every game has some bots. But Fish It on the other hand, the player count never really drops. And the game has a suspicious amount of servers with just default avatars with names like this. And also the private servers are free, so there's probably even more bots that we can't see. I don't know if you guys have seen the MM2 bots or not. The ones that fly under the map and collect all the coins, coin farming. So if they can program them to do that, I think it's pretty easy for them to program their bots to walk over to the water and press the autofish button. This is not the developers' fault, so no hate to them. I don't think they bought their own game. This is far from the first game this has happened to. We have seen this with MM2, Pet Simulator, and a bunch more. Grow a Garden 2, even though majority of players were legit, it did have quite a few bots. And all of these games have something in common: super rare items and trading. And what happens when the games have super rare items and trading? They go for hundreds of dollars on eBay, as people are unable to obtain them themselves and just purchase them on eBay instead. And what happens when people find out they can make a killing off of selling virtual items on eBay? They try to get as many of them as they possibly can, and they do so by getting a bunch of bots. I wouldn't recommend purchasing stuff like this from eBay for 2 reasons. Number 1 is against Roblox terms of service. To be fair, they probably wouldn't find out or care about it with how terrible their moderation is. They usually like to ban innocent players instead, but that is a risk you're taking when you purchase these kinds of things. Number 2, a lot of the time you end up getting scammed. A lot of these sellers will just take your money and bail. And there it is, that's Fish It. The game itself and all its controversies. What do I think of the game? Actually, all the fishing games? I mean, I said it already, but it's boring. That's my opinion on the game. It's boring. It really is. I don't get it. I don't get why people play this game. There are so many good games on Roblox with actual gameplay. Why play this one? And with that, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe to let me know. And also click the little bell icon to never miss an upload. I'm gonna go play a game with gameplay now, so bye bye!